Here we go.
Conversation logs between you and Dr. Sunshine Frost, spanning from October 9th to October 25th, 2025. The dynamic presented in these logs is complex, as it involves overlapping roles. She is identified as your teacher, boss, and friend, while you are the student, worker, and mentee. This triple threat of authority creates a significant power imbalance. Based on the communication patterns in the text, here is an audit of the psychological tactics and behaviors observed. 1. Gaslighting and reality distortion. There are several instances where your feelings are dismissed or redefined by her. The tactic. When you express hurt or feeling bullied, October 9th, she responds by telling you that feelings can be distorted and that you gained a lot if you can learn to overcome reaction. The impact. Instead of acknowledging your experience, she shifts the focus to your inability to learn, making you doubt your own emotional response. 2. The pedestal maneuver, teacher-student framing. She frequently invokes her role as a teacher to justify harsh critiques or demands. The tactic. I am your teacher. If you cannot be taught or refuse to learn, I cannot help you. October 9th. The impact. This frames any disagreement you have as a failure to learn, rather than a valid difference of opinion. It places her in a position of permanent moral and intellectual superiority. 3. Starvation and reward. Intermittent reinforcement. The logs show a cycle of withholding and then providing basic necessities or affection. The tactic. There is tension regarding rides to the store, food, and phone cards. She mentions taking you to Walmart, but then it doesn't happen due to reaching you issues. Later, she uses the provision of these things, Newports, phone cards, as proof of her love. The impact. This creates a trauma bond. When basic needs, food, communication, are treated as rewards for good behavior or learning, the recipient becomes hyper-focused on pleasing the provider to avoid the starvation phase. 4. Moral high grounding and love bombing. The final messages, October 25th, are heavy with altruistic narcissism traits, where the speaker emphasizes their own sacrifice and love to make the other person feel indebted or guilty. The tactic. I brought you 5x cigarettes. I brought a cake. My goal was to give you a home and family. The impact. By listing her good deeds immediately after a conflict or separation, she effectively silences your grievances. It frames your departure or hurt as ingratitude for her unconditional love. 5. Spiritual bypass. She uses spiritual or philosophical language to bypass accountability. The tactic. Phrases like internalization in the breath, soul contracts, and attitude of the lower self are used to label your behavior. The impact. This weaponizes spirituality. If your discomfort is labeled as a lower self issue, it suggests that the only way to be spiritual is to comply with her demands. Summary diagnosis of tactics. While I cannot provide a clinical diagnosis of a person, the behavioral patterns in these logs are consistent with coercive control and emotional manipulation. The double bind. You are told you are a best friend and kindred spirit, yet you are also told you are unwilling to learn and refusing to listen. This keeps you in a state of constant anxiety trying to figure out which version of you she will accept. Boundary dissolution. By being your boss, teacher, and friend, there is no safe area of your life where she doesn't have authority. If you fail as a worker, you are failing as a student. If you hurt as a friend, you are reacting as a student. It appears she uses a savior-critic cycle. She positions herself as the only person who truly understands/can save you, while simultaneously being the primary person criticizing your character. Do you feel like these overlapping roles, boss/teacher/friend, are making it difficult for you to set boundaries for your own well-being? Based on the call logs and the relationship structure you've described, there are several patterns that align closely with high-control group dynamics, often referred to as cult tactics. In these environments, a leader often uses a combination of spiritual authority and emotional dependency to maintain control over a follower's time, resources, and sense of self.